Welcome back to Tenor Guitar Time. All right, this week we're working on these D-shaped seventh chords. So if you remember, the D-shaped major chord is shaped like this. Some of you might prefer to do it with your second and third fingers down here, which is just fine. We worked on the D-shaped minor chord where this third note right here, where my third finger is, comes down a fret. That's our D-shaped minor form. And remember, the root is still right here. This is an F note, so this is our F major, F minor. And this week, let's go over the F, or the D-shaped seventh, and this is a F seventh. Now, as I've been saying in the other lessons, a lot of the seventh shapes on this four-string instrument don't have a strong fundamental low note of the root note. So sometimes, like this particular seventh shape doesn't even have the root note in it that I'm doing. That's an F seventh, but there's no F in there. So if you're playing with somebody else, make sure they're hitting that F. But if you're playing by yourself and you want to really hear the F, it's nice to bounce back and forth between the F and the seventh, which is just 2 frets away or 1 step. So when you bounce back and forth, maybe the chord says its F sound a little more prominently, and then when you switch to the seventh, you know where it's coming from. As usual, I like to do a quick review of our main chord shapes. So if you're new to this, this is my version of the cage system, only for tenor guitar. And I call this the C shape, A shape, G shape, E shape, and D shape. So those chords are all named after what they are when I play them down there at the first position. Now, one thing I wanted to say about this D-shaped chord in our cage system, C-A-G-E-D, the very next one, as we keep going, it gets back to C where we started. So this D-shaped chord overlaps our first position quite a lot because our root note, like this is an F major in the D shape, and that gets us back to the C shape F major. So there's a lot of overlap. So the arpeggio that we're going to learn for this seventh chord, if you had learned the C shape seventh chord from a few months ago, it's nearly the same. And in fact, I'm going to probably hit the same notes, but it's starting in a different place. So I like to start on the root note. Go to the seventh, and then go back to the root to start the pattern. So 1. So here's our arpeggio notes for this. This is F seventh in the D shape. All right, here we go with the metronome. 1 note per beat. All right, let's try it 2 notes per beat, double time. Let's practice moving from this F 7th arpeggio up to the that's the B flat 7th arpeggio. A way to locate where you are is my low string. I'm going from the 5th fret to the 10th fret. All right, so let's just do our arpeggio 1 note per beat, nice and slow between those 2 arpeggios. Let's practice a 1-4-5 pattern using our majors and our 7th chords in the D shape. So in each position, we're just going to get familiar with this chord shape. So it's going to be F to F7, B flat to B flat 7, back to C, C, major C7, to C, major to C7, down to B flat, B flat major to B flat 7, F, major F7, F, back to the C7th, and you can locate that on the 12th fret at the low string. Same shape. So let's just practice this as a strumming pattern with the metronome, just to get used to this 7th shape and how to find it and how to move it. All right, here we go. 2, 3, 4. picking this up really easy. The thing that's interesting to me is how important the arpeggios are, because I can noodle around with arpeggio notes over these D-shaped chords. And if I played along with the chord changes, it will sound like I'm playing the blues because of the nature of the seventh sound, but I'm not even thinking of the blues scale. So I'm going to, just for fun, noodle around for a minute over these major and seventh chords, playing our seventh arpeggio notes, and let's see if it sounds somewhat bluesy or not. All right, thanks for joining me on Tenor Guitar Time, and keep practicing.